All right, I am back from a week in Vegas and I am here to update you on week 3 of being on the carnivore diet. So, my name is Ivory and welcome back to my channel. Like I said, and for those of you who have been watching, I went to Vegas last week and I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So I'm here to just fill you in on all of the details and how everything went. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been commenting and sending their encouragement towards me on this journey. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to any comments over this last week because I was jam-packed with activities. This was the Burlesque Hall of Fame weekender, and I had to present my mentor with a Lifetime Achievement Award, as well as perform, so everything was all over the place. But I didn't totally crash out, which is what I am excited about. Would I say it was a perfect week? Absolutely not. I would say I leaned a little bit more towards keto than I did the full carnivore diet, but I really did the best I could trying to weigh celebrating this big accomplishment. And I mean, for anyone who has gone to the Burlesque Hall of Fame weekender, I don't think many of you have, but it is totally a big party. It's a 4-day event, pool parties, after parties. And so, yes, I did have a couple of cocktails while I was there, but happy to say that I was able to maintain my weight loss over the last 2 weeks. So no, I didn't lose any weight, but I wasn't really expecting to lose any weight. I was just excited not to gain any weight, because every time I've gone to Vegas, every single time, every single year, sometimes twice a year, I always come home at least 5-7 pounds heavier. So when I got on the scale this morning after having a 22-hour hellish travel journey from Vegas back to New York, I feel completely swollen and exhausted. So I was expecting the scale to completely read differently than what it did. So I was so happy when I got on it and said that it was still at 182. Now we're back and I jumped right back on track, like hardcore back on track. So much so that me and a good friend of mine, Gigi Holiday, who is also a burlesque dancer, we have decided that we are starting 75 Hard. This had been the plan for a while. I didn't just decide to do this willy-nilly. And part of why I wanted to start the carnivore diet early is because I wanted to make sure that I'd be able to handle it over these 75 days. And I think that I'm going to be able to knock it out of the park, because after Vegas, I was craving to get back to the simplicity of what I was eating before. Luckily, when I was in Vegas, they did have a Trader Joe's there, so I was able to go grocery shopping and get my essentials. So I was still eating all of my carnivore things, but during the parties, I would have a cocktail or two, or but like I said, I tried to stick away from the sugars, and so it wasn't a perfect week. It was not a perfect week. And if you want to think that I failed this, I don't know if this is anything that you can fail, but it is what it is. I am just really excited to be back on track. Today is day 1 of 75 Hard, so I already have half of my water in. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I already got one of my workouts in. I did my reading, I did my progress photo. So after this, you guys will be getting some really extensive updates from my next video forward, because I will be also talking about being on 75 Hard. I am super, super happy with the way that my body reacted to the things that I did have inside of Vegas. I gotta tell you, after 2 weeks of not drinking really at all, my body did not enjoy having the alcohol in my system. I really feel like I have to do a complete detox again. But yeah, it's just the way that this week went. But we are back on track, we are back home, and I am very excited about it. I wanted to say something about, before I went to Vegas, I meant to mention this inside of my last week. This may be too much information for some people, but for the ladies out there, I had my time of the month during week 2. And I gotta say, it was night and day different from what it has been before getting on carnivore. I didn't have a single cramp. I don't know if this is gonna be normal or if it was just part of this. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if this is part of being on carnivore or not. But for the first time since doing keto, because that was the first time I experienced it, I had 0 cramps during my cycle. And that to me is just such a plus, especially as a performer. When you're feeling crampy and horrible before you have to go do a striptease performance, it is no fun at all. But this last period was just like super breezy, easy peasy. And so for anybody out there who cares about that, that might be something that happens to you. I mean, if you are someone who experiences a cycle and you want to comment and let me know, I would love to know exactly what it is that you have gone through to make sure that this isn't some fluke. And besides that, I'm gonna get ready to head out of here. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to update you. So everything is pretty much still the same, but I'm going really hard now for 75 days. So, you know, please wish me luck if you care about any of that. I am super excited. I think that this is gonna be really good for me. A nice, clean summer where I am focusing on my health and getting stronger. That is exactly what I want. So having bid farewell to any alcoholic beverages and sugary things over this. I didn't really have any sugary things though while I was in Vegas. Like I felt like that was going too far. But I mean, I had a couple. Listen, like I said, it wasn't perfect. I would say I was like at 80% maybe. But now I'm going back to 100%. So you guys can say next week is week 1 again if you want, or week 1 of me being on 75 hard. I'm going to update you guys along the journey, but that is it for now. Thank you so much. And to my follower who said that I said too much, I will work on it. All right, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful week and I will see you next time.